Hi everyone, I'm Jeremy Reeves, head blender of Cornell and Deal Pipe Tobacco Company, and today I wanted to talk to all of you about a very special small batch from Beyond. Um, the story behind this blend, when I first created it, was I had this old tin of Dunhill Nightcap from sometime in the 90s. I was never very good at discerning the date codes on those things, but suffice to say, about 30 or so years old at the time that I was enjoying it, and I was just blown away at not only the floral and really wild, almost fruity kind of notes that came through in that blend, but also the palpable strength that it still had. And of course, Nightcap is known for being not just a full English, but also actually the rarer thing, a strong English blend, because Latakia just doesn't have much nicotine of its own. And so very commonly, if you have a lot of Latakia in a blend, it doesn't have a whole lot of strength to it, but Nightcap is unique in that way. So I had this old tin, I was really enjoying all of the nuances that were result from this aging, and I thought, wouldn't it be cool if I could try my hand at creating this kind of a flavor profile, but using components that I had readily available at the time at C&D. So this started out as just kind of a little challenge to myself, but it ended up being something that I quite liked. And I won't say by any means that I perfectly nailed it, but I do think there are some characteristics of the From Beyond recipe that I came up with that isn't a perfect match for Nightcap, but it is a really close replication of the flavor profile of that particular tin that I had from the 90s. So I played around with leaf to try and bring out the sort of flavor profiles that I was getting from that aged tin, and using North Carolina Red Virginia that had just the right amount of sort of plummy sweetness, bolstering the strength with some Perique and also some Kentucky dark burley, and then using a bit of Canadian Bright to sweeten things up, and leaning, I think, more heavily on Oriental in the mix than Nightcap itself actually does, because those Orientals have all those wild, sort of funky, olfactory engagement to them. And so it comes together to be something that I think really does smoke very, very akin to the way that I enjoyed that old tin. This year, a little bit of a departure, but I had opportunity to use some Latakia that had been in bales since 2004. And so it's lovely. It's really the first time that in this blend I haven't been using sort of standard, readily available leaf to recreate this aged flavor profile, actually using vintage leaf, but it was too cool an opportunity to pass up using here. That 2004 Latakia is just so mellow, and the sweetness is so palpable. I think that it really does add something special to From Beyond, and it's something that for the first time is actually aged in the blend. It's cooling down, the days are getting shorter. I always find that as fall rolls around, I start thinking and feeling the kinds of ways that I want, richer foods, and I want something maybe smokier in my pipe. So From Beyond, I think, is sort of a perfect way to ring in the spooky season. Hope you all enjoy it, and yeah, happy Halloween, y'all.